Oh, Tay-Tay, Taylor Lorenz. I actually think, unironically, that her getting older progressively throughout each one of my videos has started to get to her head, as she referred to herself as a 50-year-old in a recent tweet, and when she's very clearly 100, but actually, allegedly, according to the internet, the internet that her uncle controls the Internet Archive and deletes all of her tweets and stuff like that, says she's 40. But anyway, she is getting ruthlessly mocked for her latest comments on people who still aren't wearing masks. In fact, accusing you of raw dogging the air, whatever that means. Look, I actually feel bad. If this person wasn't a journalist, okay, if this person wasn't a journalist, I would feel bad for them. But because they are, and because of the type of journalist that they are, where their entire career is being an internet nanny and trying to ruin people's livelihoods, I do not feel bad for them. I do want to mention, by the way, probably only 2 days left to order your hilarious mega themed Christmas books, Christmas cookbooks. USPS is taking like up to 10 days to get them delivered, so I don't feel comfortable taking many orders past Thursday or Friday this week. So link is in the description below if you need a last minute gift idea, stocking stuffer, gift exchange at work, whatever the case may be. Check out the Tailgates for Trump Christmas books. They're absolutely hilarious. We have them in stock, and we're filling orders within 48 hours of them coming out now. So if you already ordered one, yours is probably already in the mail. Malcolm Flex writes, finally a political affiliation that represents me. Ex-Washington Post journalist Taylor Lorenz claims people who don't wear masks are raw dogging the air. Okay. When I grew up, raw dogging meant one thing. Particularly a dangerous way to live in some cases. Then it got reapplied by Gen Z to simply meaning taking a flight without headphones or something like that. Something really weird and dumb. But now apparently not wearing a mask means you are raw dogging the air, whatever that means. And also, of course, the tried and true killing grandma. You see here, shout out to Professor, I'm not going to say the rest of that name, hit me up with this notice. Octogenarian Taylor Lorenz is at it again. Quote, I love when people find photos of me where my mask is off for like 5 seconds outside for a photo at my book party, where every single attendee had to PCR test as some sort of gotcha. Like, yeah, high-risk people could safely remove their masks for photos now and then if every event in the public space had those precautions. So what Taylor Lorenz wants, first of all, obviously she's fled Twitter because she would have been ruthlessly ratioed into oblivion on this. What Taylor Lorenz wants is for not only every event to require masks, but to also require PCR testing, and that's not even all. She then goes on to say, planning a COOF-safe book launch took months and thousands of my own dollars, ensuring testing outdoor space for UV lights, and a litany of other precautions. Look, I know that there are shut-ins that exist, and I know that there are probably shut-ins that watch my videos, and I hope, down the road, you find your way to overcoming those fears, and you find your way outside. I do not wish the same for Taylor Lorenz. Taylor Lorenz is this way. Let me do a little psychoanalyzing. Taylor Lorenz is this way because she grew up filthy rich and went to an $80,000 a year private school or whatever it was. She has never struggled for anything in her life, has never had to overcome anything in her life, was handed jobs at the New York Times and the Washington Post before ultimately being fired from everywhere and being unemployed now. Not that being unemployed is anything to be ashamed of, but being an unemployed journalist is a shame all of its own. And so now she has to create things to be concerned about. She then continues, meanwhile, you dumb Fs are out here raw dogging the air and spewing your disease-laden breath all over your elderly neighbors. We are not the same. What? I mean, I don't even understand, how to break this all down. Of course, she is on the safe space that is Blue Sky, where I assume nobody made fun of her. Oh, she's already blocking people. Let's see. Let's see where this tweet is. Complaining about Elon Musk. Then block somebody there. Nate Silver and her battling, which is funny. Oh, here. Yes, whether you're protecting yourself from wildfire smoke, exhaust, air pollution, and especially a deadly and disabling virus, respirators are amazing and will protect your lungs. Why didn't Taylor Lorenz always wear a mask? You know what I mean? And then she uses this dumb tweet to shill for climate change. Climate change is going to make our airborne diseases and pollution worse. What? It's like, does her family have money in like big respirator? Does she have money in like the respirator industry? I just don't understand how somebody like this gets around in real life, And of course she celebrates, a journalist celebrates censorship. Libs' TikTok account nuked by Blue Sky moderation when the account had special privileges on Twitter even before Elon. Love to see it. Well, this is of course going to go away. And do any other disabled people on this app have a good, reliable block list of coof denialists and mega people? Why would you be on social media if you didn't want to interact with anybody? It's such a weird thing to me. Why are you on social media if you're worried about block lists? You know what I mean? I don't understand. Why don't you just talk to yourself all day long? Of course, she was ruthlessly mocked. Anyone else excited to go raw dog the air today? Ex-WAPO journalist. Of course, I'm telling you, she could be on a Stockholm Syndrome poster. When I see anybody with a mask, I just automatically assume that they're dumb. She's legit insane, though. She's the one that had her apartment set to 90 degrees. Well, that's true. She did have her thermostat in her apartment set to 90 degrees. I do think that's crazy that she was upset about climate change while burning coal at an insane rate. Isn't that funny? Isn't it funny how the people who are always talking about climate change are the worst offenders? Keeping your thermostat set to 90 degrees in your house is burning an insane level of coal and creating carbon dioxide gas and pollution because those power plants need to crank up those numbers to keep your apartment at 90 degrees. Glenn Greenwald writing, when Taylor Lorenz was on the New York Times and Washington Post front page, many earnestly denounced her, quote, journalism. But it's been clear for a while now, above all, she's high camp, an unapologetic caricature of a neurotic old millennial liberal who dominates online punditry. She's borderline iconic. I mean, yeah, there's some part of me that is like, oh, she's just joking. And she's got to just be joking here. This is just a meme. But she's not. She's actually serious. She is this weird and dumb. Like, I don't understand how you get to be this unhinged. But I mean, we do live in a time when like women are, sterilizing themselves because Trump won the presidency. Yeah, that's another story I got for you too. Of course, you see, there's tons of fake information about me out on the internet. So what if I'm 43? But wait, in 2022, she says she's 43, still too old for the 40 under 40. Taylor Lorenz, who yesterday claimed about being 50 years old, was featured in Fortune's 40 under 40 4 years ago. In that profile, she claimed she was 35. Which is it? Will Fortune magazine revoke her age? Why is she so weird about her age? Why is she so weird about it? Now, apparently she's 46. Nothing wrong with being 46. I don't really understand why she's so weird about her age, why she keeps lying about it. I guess like having, nobody pay attention to you. Perhaps, she went from writing for the New York Times and the Washington Post to what is this? She's going independent, launching her own media outlet, except it's all on Substack. So it's not a media outlet. This is an article that she wrote. By the way, she abandoned it. Just so you know, she started this business and October 1st was the last time she posted. So over a month, she's been stealing people's money. I wonder if I go, well, let's see. Maybe it's just because it goes to that link. No, thanks. Okay, so she has been doing it. So you see her articles now get a whole 80 interactions. That's what she's been reduced to. Posting for 70 or 80 people on Substack. She used to write for the New York Times and the Washington Post. You absolutely love to see it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget, Taylor Lorenz wants you to stuff your stocking with these hilarious mega-themed cookbooks. Shipping now within 48 hours of your order, and I'll probably stop taking orders in the next day or two because I want to make sure everyone gets them for Christmas. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it, and we'll talk to you again real soon.